Hey everyone, I'm Lauren from My Something Beautiful Life, and today I have the new work planner from Passionate Penny Pincher to show you. They were so kind to send this to me to review, and I'm really excited to be able to share it with you. So it comes in this really pretty box. It was shipped in a completely different box, but I love that the planners have their own boxes that they come in as well to protect them during shipping. And when I first saw this planner, I was kind of blown away at how pretty it is in person. I had seen a few images of it online, but I really wasn't expecting how pretty it is. There is foiling on the cover, there's foiling throughout the planner, and I think it just adds a really special touch to it. This just feels like an elegant, really nice professional planner. And I do want to say, although this is specifically marketed as a work planner, I really do think that it could work as a normal planner for anybody who just prefers this type of a layout. I think you could definitely use it that way. The way that it is set up is flexible enough that anybody could use it. So this is a dated planner. This is the academic year, so it's 2025 through 2026. I should say June 2025 through July 2025 through June 2026. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it is a hardcover planner, and it has the either twin loop, double O binding. I've heard different names for it, but yeah, it has that kind of binding on it. The inside, I think this is actually where it just kind of took my breath away. Look how pretty the inside of that cover is. I just love the way the whole page just shimmers with that cute leaf pattern. The colors throughout this whole planner are just beautiful. It's like this cream yellow color with that light pink. It's almost even like a peach color. It's just so pretty. So the planner comes with this little welcome card, and then it has a snap-in bookmark. And this is like that plastic material that's flexible. I love these. These are really nice. I absolutely need bookmarks in my planner, and so I just love when they come with matching ones, and this one's absolutely beautiful. It has that same leaf pattern on it in white. I just think it's really pretty. And then at the beginning, it has like this thick coated cardstock right at the beginning of it. And I think this is just really beautiful. It's a nice touch, and I haven't seen other planners do something like this, and I really love it. Here on the title page, of course, we have the foiling. I love the cute little flower right there. And I just love that even the title page is just absolutely beautiful. So here we have a letter from Lori. I love the letters that she puts inside the beginning of her planners. They are just so sincere and from the heart. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but I would just definitely make sure that if you do get a planner from her, that you read the letter in the beginning, because I am convinced she is just one of the sweetest women on the face of this earth, because everything that I have seen from her is just so genuine. My impression is that she just fills everything that she does with love, and you can just feel that in all of her products and her company. And I think that's just one of the things that makes these planners unique, is that you can just feel the love that went into them. Okay, so the first page that we have are some helpful hints. So this just explains a little bit about the layout of the planner, how it was intended to be used, although you can always readjust it to whatever works for you. And then we get into the type of thing I like to call it prep work. That is something that is very well thought out in Passionate Penny Pincher planners. The home planner has a lot of pages at the beginning, and this one does as well. The ones in this work planner are actually very reflection and goal oriented. So we have this page that is intentions and dreams. The next page we have to do or not to do, what inspires me, looking ahead, the perfect day. And what I really like about this, I want to point this part out specifically. One thing that she talks about, that as you're designing your perfect day, it's not just about what you do for work or what you do at home, but it's about how your whole life kind of fits together. And I think that's something we tend to separate categories a lot. And I love that she kind of just draws it back in. Like, you have one life. How do you want to live that one life and make these different things just parts of it? So I really love that about this page. We have professional goals, and there are 4 of those. We have a workspace checklist. It says, not sure where to begin in your office each day. Taking a few minutes once a week to maintain your space will help you focus as you work. I 100% agree with that. I think it's really important to keep your space clear because I have felt what it's like when it's not. It's a little bit of chaos. And it's not just chaos externally, but it's chaos internally. So I love that she included this. And then there's routine tasks, and there are some things that are already on here, but then you also have a section where you can fill in anything else that you might need to keep track of. There's even empty spaces in the other categories too, so that you can make sure that you're filling in anything that applies to you and what you are doing specifically. The next page that we have is an expense tracker, and you do have 2 of those. And what I love about this is that you can actually use it to keep track of reoccurring bills because it has all of the months listed at the top. So you can just check off when that bill is paid for that month and not have to repeat it over and over again. But then you also have so much space that you can put in those one-time things that are not reoccurring as well. The next page is the monthly checklist. So you can use this to keep track of things that you want to do every month. And again, there is space at the top so that you can check it off each month. And then you also have a monthly goals checklist. So you have 1 page just for the routine type things, and then you have 1 for your actual goals. Things that will help move you forward towards where you want to be in the future. Then we have a few notes pages. So there's 4, 5, 6. And then this one actually should probably go with July because at the beginning of every month there is a checklist page. And so I'm sure this one is supposed to go with July. So you have 5 pages at the beginning of the planner for any types of notes that you want. They do have the checklist if you need it, but of course you could just use it as a normal notes page too. And then we get into the months. So yeah, like I said, there's a notes page at the beginning of each month. You have your monthly calendar, and again, we have the foiling. Also, the tabs too have foiling on them, and they are laminated. I don't think I mentioned anything about the tabs before, but the tabs are really pretty. They all have that cream color, they all have the gold foiling, and they are laminated. They are really good quality. I've never had any trouble with them falling apart or splitting, anything like that. And I just love the pops of the gold foil throughout this whole planner. Okay, so here's the monthly calendar. I love the size of these boxes. It gives lots of room to write all of the things that are going on. You have a sidebar here that just is a lined notes section. One thing I don't think I mentioned either is the size of this planner. This is a 7x9 planner, so it does give you a little bit of extra room, but I do like too that it doesn't feel excessive. It doesn't seem like it's going to take up a lot of extra room on your desk. It just feels like a really good size. I like that it gives you a little bit of extra planning room, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. Okay, so then this is the weekly page. So at the top of every week, you have a space for 3 priorities, 1 thing I'm looking forward to, someone I can encourage, something I'd like to read or listen to, and then over on this side, you have a type of habit tracker. It does have the little days up there in the corner so that you can mark them off as you do it each day. You can make these tasks that go along with your goals. It could be something that's reoccurring, or it could just be something one-off that you need to get done that week. And then the layout for the rest of the week is an hourly layout. There is a small line in each hour so that you can split it up by half hour. And I love that each box actually has a check box in it too. So you can either check things off as you go throughout the day, or you could actually use this layout as a checklist for the day. Like if you don't need to plan out your day by time, you could just use this as a checklist for the day. And I like that because that's how I usually work, is in checklist form, not so much in scheduled time form. So I just love that she put the little check boxes in it too. And then Saturday and Sunday do share a column. On Sunday, it has a little note here that says, take time to rest today. I think it's just important to realize that we just can't go at it full speed all the time. We have to take time off. And so I know some people do work on the weekends, and so they might need more space on those days as well. But in general, I think it's just important to remember that you do need to take time off during the week. Okay, so each page will repeat like that throughout the month until we get to, let's see. That week, that one. Okay, at the very end, we have a monthly review. So it has, what was your biggest win this month? What do you wish you'd done differently in the last few weeks? What did you do that was fun, personally or professionally this month? What change did you make that you want to continue? What did you manage well over the last few weeks? What's your biggest goal for the upcoming month? And what are you looking forward to in the next few weeks? So it has some reflection for the past month, but it also has a little bit of looking forward to choosing what to do in the next month. And then of course we have our lined checklist page for the next month, and then it just repeats like that through the rest of the planner. So if we go to the end, okay, here's the June review. We have our notes page, and there's an extra one on the back, and that is the end of the pages for the planner. There is a pocket in the back cover here, and I forgot about these stickers. These actually were in the front of the planner when I got it. I just put them in the back. But it does come with these 2 sheets of stickers with the planner as well. And I just like keeping them back there because that's probably where I would go when I needed them. So that is the Passionate Penny Pincher work planner. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love all of the pages in the beginning that just help keep you on track throughout the year. I think it's really important to stay focused on what your purpose is and not just staying busy. And so I love that this planner has a focus on that. Passionate Penny Pincher has also released a money planner. So if you would like to see my review of that, you can click on this video right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.